welcome back. We're going to do a little movement break, a movement snack, I like to say. So don't necessarily think of it as a yoga class. We're going to do a lot of mobility. We're just going to move. We're going to open up through the body. I've been sitting for a few hours doing an online course, and then this morning I was riding my bike, so I've kind of just been in this hunched over, rounded position for far too long. So we're going to mix it up. We're going to create hydration. We're going to move, just a little movement break, movement snack, perfect for before a run, before another workout, or after, or taking a break, or in the morning, or whenever you need a little bit more movement. So if you have a ball, like a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball or a specific myofascial ball, beautiful. Grab that, you don't need it. And if you have a block, we will also use that. So if you don't have a block, you could grab a book, you could use anything. We're gonna just hold it out in front of us. So we're gonna start right away in a tall seat. We're gonna reach that block out in front of us and feel this rounding, spreading through the upper back. And then inhale, that block comes towards the chest. Squeeze the elbows together, lift through the heart. Round and push. And then breathe in, inhale. Breathe out, deep breaths here. Yeah, just this really delightful opening through the chest and shoulders, and then through the back body. Let's do that one more time. Squeeze, pull back, and push away. Nice. Let's put that block down and sit up nice and tall here, and make sure that you are sitting on your sit bones. So you might need to move a little bit of flesh out of the way. No judgment, just slide it out of the way. Sit up tall, and see if you have a tendency to sit on your tailbone instead of your sit bones. My osteopath taught me that the other week, and now I can't stop thinking about it. So sit up nice and tall. Bring your left hand off the mat nice and wide. Reach that right arm up and over, side bend. Good, just switch sides. Right hand off the mat. Left arm reaches, maybe gaze under that left armpit. And switch. Big reach. And left. Exhale brings you back through center. Inhale, one more. Feel that side body starting to lengthen and turn on. Center. This time reach that right arm up and over. And then see if you could start to twist your right armpit towards your left knee. So keep that gaze curling under. Just start to invite this spiraling, this twisting as we side bend. Take one more breath. Good, come on back through center, switch sides, left arm reaches up and over, and then a little twist through that mid-back. Gentle twist. Yeah, breathe space into all those sticky places. And come right back through center. Good. This time we're going to bring those hands behind the head. The elbows are nice and wide. Maybe you can see them in your peripheral vision. And then this beautiful spiral shape. So now we're going to add all of that together. So we're going to lean to the right and then round through the back, come over to the left, roll on up through center, open up, and do that again. So you might feel the weight shifting around on the sit bones. Maybe you glide back towards the tailbone for a moment as you reach up, right? That's normal. It's normal to slide back towards the tailbone for a moment, but we don't want to be sitting on the tailbone all day. Big spiral. Let's do one more to the right. And switch sides. Left elbow comes down towards that left knee, round through the upper back, and make that big spiral in the opposite direction. I learned this spiraling motion from Kara. Cara Duvali. I'm not sure how you say her last name, but I love all of the mobility in her Pilates classes. Let's do one more big open up reach. And all the way back and through and around. And release those hands down and just come on around to a tabletop. So in our tabletop, we're going to practice just tilting the tailbone. So we're going to tilt the tailbone up. Feel like we're spreading the sit bones, but the rest of the spine just stays nice and long. And then tuck it under. Feel your lower abdominal start to engage, to squeeze under. Little lift, rocking up and back. Do that a few times. Just create some motion through the low part of the spine. When you shift the tailbone up this time, hold it there. Stay with the sit bones spreading wide. If you've been sitting, then those sit bones have been tucked underneath you. Let's spread them open and wide. Find the opposite action. Breathe in. See if you can soften through the pelvic floor, soften those muscles there. Remind yourself, practice that softness. Let's take one more breath here. Good, come back through neutral. The right leg is going to stay. We're going to open that left leg up really wide like a fire hydrant and lower it back down. I think that's what it's called in Pilates. That's why I'm saying like a fire hydrant. Because it doesn't, oh, like we're peeing on a fire hydrant. That's where it comes from. Let's exhale. Do that again. Lift up and come back through center. So we're trying not to let the pelvis shift. We're just feeling that through the left hip. Yeah, let's waken that left hip up. Let's do that one more time. Reach it up. And then try to keep the shin where it is. Just start to point your knee down. So the hip's coming into internal rotation. And then bring it back down. So open up, internally rotate, and lower it back down. Do that 2 more times. That knee starts to drop and lower. Just keep pushing through those hands. One more. Good, and second side. So instead of making the full hip circle, we're just really isolating those 2 actions. External rotation, start with your fire hydrant. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Feel that core helping resist that shift through the torso, through the pelvis. 2. And 1. This time we're going same thing, internally rotate so the shin tries to stay where it is as the knee drops, and then lower it back down. Again, lift up, turn it down, and just practice that internal rotation. Both can be sticky actions for us. 1 more. Ooh, I'm getting some good cracks and creaks. And then just bring the tailbone side to side. Just wag your tail. No one's watching. Good. Tuck the toes, hover the knees, lift those hips. Find a down dog. Press one heel down and then the next. And then just walk your feet into your hands. And fold, a little sway side to side. Good, grab that yoga block. I like to take mine on the tallest height here. Bring your right hand to the block and then reach your left arm up, twist. Center and switch sides. This beautiful mobility through the thoracic spine. Inhale, lift. I feel my legs shifting. Try to resist that as much as you can. Try not to let that left knee dip forward. Right. 1 more. Lift up, spiral wide, breathe. right. Beautiful. Now fold it forward, slide that block out of the way, and nice and slowly come on up to stand. Pull those hips underneath you and grab your ball if you have it. So we're just gonna roll out the bottom of our feet. There's so many fascial lines that connect the bottom of our feet. This is something I do almost every day as a runner, someone who walks and moves, and just to give my feet love and attention. So just take that ball underneath the foot, and it's like you're just drawing all over the bottom of that foot. So it's just an exploration with the ball. You can slide it around, and if you find somewhere that's sticky, maybe stay there. Maybe you need to put a little bit more weight on it, so experiment with that. Good, just scribble all over the foot. Nice, now find somewhere where it feels like a little bit of tension. For me, it's through that arch. Whew, yep. And try to just put a little bit more pressure. Think of like melting into that ball. Yeah, and you might still move around a little bit, but now we're a little bit more focused, putting more pressure in that one area. And breathing deeply. Good, and now scribble all over that foot again, side to side, back and forth, all around. Good, and then just let that go, stand up tall, mountain pose. Really feel this rooting down, grounding through both feet, and see how that feels side to side. Good, let's switch it up. Find the second side, slide that ball underneath it, and draw all over that foot. I've dealt with plantar fasciitis many times, so I used to be a much more competitive runner. I would run 80 kilometers a week sometimes, so taking care of my feet was particularly important. And now I'm more of a casual runner, I say. Still a runner, but maybe 30 or 40 kilometers a week is all I do now. And feel a lot better in my body that way. Although that's not to say that there won't be periods in my life where I won't train more seriously, more competitively, even if it's hard on my body. Okay, let's find that spot now where we want to spend a little bit more time and find that melting pressure. So a nice long exhale out, deep inhale in. Empty. Maybe don't look down at your foot either, I say, as I've been looking down this whole time. Keep the neck nice and long. Maybe you want to look up. Maybe do something a little bit different through the uppermost part of the spine. On our laptops, our phones, we're looking down most of the time. So maybe here we're looking up as we hold that heavier pressure, little motions in one more concentrated area, somewhere with a little bit more sensation. Good, and then scribble all over it, roll it around. Nice large, use the whole surface area. Beautiful, let's put that off to the side. All right, and come all the way back down to the floor. And nice, slow, controlled lower onto our back. Maybe using the backs of the thighs to support you to get there, open the arms wide and let your knees fall side to side. These glorious windshield wipers. Let those hips open up in either direction. Massage the low back. And then come back through center. The feet are still wide, maybe not quite to mat edges. And we'll let the knees fall open and then closed. Yeah, so maybe actually, now that I try that, I will widen my feet a little bit for me. So it depends on your hips. We're going to open up. That feels like a big opening for me through the inner thighs, that external rotation. But the internal rotation, let them fall back in, feels really nice. So knees fall east to west, and then back towards each other. One more. Your arms could be reaching up, they could be open wide. Let's hold that internal rotation. Maybe close your eyes down. And see if you can sense into the body, feeling a little bit more openness and steadiness through the tissues. If you wanted to take a few extra moments here, or maybe even a Shavasana, a few moments to just land and be, you could take that now. And if you need to and want to get right back into your day, then we'll end it here. Thank you. Namaste.